Hey all, here at OS Reviews. Today we're taking a quick look at the Ergomi 3-in-1 adjustable universal stands, and these actually come in a kit that's available for laptops as well as tablets and also smartphones. So it's using magnets to kind of cleverly elevate the height of your devices to give you a more ergonomic typing experience as well as better hands-free experience for watching back videos. And particularly with the tablet stand variant, which they're calling the Titan 9, it does remind me a lot of kind of the Magic keyboards on iPads because it kind of elevates the height of your device in a super clean way. And the fact that this is universal means that it can work with any tablet that you have, not just Apple products. And one of the selling points of the Ergomi stands is they do have a hinge which is crafted out of aluminum. So it claims that the rigidity and the overall strength of the stand should last longer. And as a result, though, they are going to be a little heavier than the competing MOFT and pop sockets, which are mostly made out of plastic and fabric. This kit, which includes both the laptop, tablet, and phone stands, plus the magnetic adapters, will retail for around $150. I do find that to be a little pricey, but if you want to pick these up separately, technically they can be found for less. Claims to be a super smooth process for elevating the angle, and it can be used for, again, work as well as for entertainment. Claiming that because of the metal board design, it can hold up to kind of 10 pounds on it, and it will still function up to 30,000 times of folds. And of course the Titan 13 offering similar levels in terms of positioning, although this particular image is from the Titan 9 tablet stand, so it's actually not something for the Titan 13, but these three are. So you can hold up the laptop like this, or you can fold it down like this to hold two devices at once. So inside of the boxes, this is what you'll find. This is the Titan 13. It's also, again, for laptops, it's going to be the heaviest because of all the metal boards on here. This thing actually weighs over a pound, so it will definitely add a bit of weight if you're carrying it around, but feels very solid and substantial. And more importantly, it is slim enough, so it's easy to put into a sleeve, into a backpack that you have with you, and pop it onto the road. Now the first tab that you see here is actually removable. This is the optional magnetic kickstand, so if you don't want to use one of those adapters which sticks onto your device onto the back, adding a magnet, you can also use this to basically hold upright the device. You can put this kickstand anywhere and it will hold the weight, so I can pop up the device higher or lower depending on my preferences. It's made out of this kind of soft touch rubber-like material on the sides, so it feels pretty comfortable and grippy. And then we do have some accents which are even more kind of rubberized, so when you are setting it down to a table, it prevents it from sliding around. So opening up the hinge here, it's very tight. You kind of have to give it a bit of a pull, and then you can reveal the kind of very stiff metal hinge on the inside that gives you the aforementioned millimeter adjustments, so everything can be held upright and it holds the position super carefully. You can take a look there. It's very well engineered. So in the most traditional mode, what you'll do next is actually fold this tab inwards as you put it onto a flat surface like that, and then the angle of the hinge again can be adjusted as you please, so that ultimately you do have a very firm kind of position here for holding up your computer. Stopper here at the bottom here, completing the entire experience, as you can see there. So overall, it is very stable, I have to say. And again, the hinge here, because it's made out of metal, very well engineered, you can further lie it down as you please, and because of the rigidity of the hinge, it really is super tight. One of the most kind of stable stands from a design perspective out of the versions I've seen in the past. Although in most cases, it would probably be best to use it with an ultra portable, something a little bit slimmer and lighter, something like a MacBook, for instance, or a Chromebook. But to be honest, most laptops, it will hold the weight really without any problems. And alternatively, I can use it in the tablet mode as well. That also works for things like drawing. It becomes comfortable even if I'm further kind of moving the elevation here, again, using a bit more force to pull it down to get it into more of this canvas mode. Like this by itself, you're able to hold, let's say, two devices at once. Let's say a tablet as well as a phone, and we can connect it to something like a Bluetooth keyboard and get some work done. So it can hold two devices at once, although the bottom portion is a little bit not as wide as I would like. Ideally, they should have made the kind of bottom holder just maybe an inch wider to accommodate devices that might take up a little more space, but it certainly is functional. Then just close it up with a satisfying click and you're ready to go. So here's the Titan 9, which is the tablet variant of that works pretty much in exactly the same way, also using the same build quality materials to prevent it from sliding around, as well as the same super tight hinge holds the position in a super stiff way, which is good, allows you to adjust it, and it doesn't really fall loose even as you are pulling it around. So the first position is really as a tablet stand. You can kind of further elevate and change the angle around as you please. It does come though with a pretty cool attachment, again, which is magnetic onto the back. You can put it anywhere onto the hinge or even onto any metal surface really and act as a holder. So this actually works in kind of a unique way. It folds down like this and then the device just slots into the position there. So for instance, if we kind of put it there onto the bottom to begin with, we can once again use our laptop here just as an example, and you can see that it's holding the weight here really well without too much issues. Let's center it. Once again, you can press down, everything is functional, but really is just in this tablet or art mode. We can further change the elevation just like before to make it more flat. However, I would argue that this particular Titan 9 works a little bit better in this artist kind of view where you can hold up tablets and have a slightly higher elevation even. So let's say a 7-inch or an 8-inch tablet, it can be held upright in this portrait view, working really well, especially since you can change the angle for it to kind of float above the table. That comes in the form of these little accessories which are included, this satellite square that just sticks onto the back of your device, either the case or the body itself. It just looks like this, has a soft fabric texture to it, so it kind of protects the device if you're lying it flat, and it is relatively slim. So I can hold it upright like this as long as your device is relatively light. Alternatively, if you're using a larger device like an iPad Pro, you would probably want to use this with the larger Titan 13. But overall, this stand I would say is more for smaller lightweight devices, but still works incredibly well and just looks super clean and modern. Put it anywhere on the stand, it still is holding itself very well. I can smoothly flip things around and it still is working just fine, as you can see there, adjusting the angle and the position. Last but not least, we can take a quick look at the Titan 6. Exact same design language going on, same build quality and materials, just in a much smaller form factor, but we still have a super stiff hinge using the same kind of metal components that we saw there from earlier. So something like this, you can see it's holding the weight here just fine. So this time we have a smaller variant of that universal holder. So this is called the Orbit Short, and just takes up less space but works in exactly the same way that we saw from before. And we can freely put this kind of anywhere onto the stand. The entire thing again is magnetic, so we can hold up the phone upwards very comfortably for displaying things, for entertainment, or for kind of drawing and productivity, typing by connecting to a keyboard. Again, working in exactly the same way, and surprisingly stiff, so nothing is loose or at risk of falling over, but still looks extremely clean and super slim when you fold it down. Once again, if you don't like this stand look, you can permanently attach the magnet onto the back of your phone, so it comes with this adapter once more. Some slight cons though would be this does need to work on a flat surface. I think this can be worthwhile if you're looking for a super clean universal stand that again works with a variety of universal phones and computers alike. So you can check out more details if you're interested in the links down below, but for now that's been our video. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews.